Disturbing other classmates with cat pictures during class. Detention notice. Threw lamp at another student and told him to lighten the hell up. State the offense here. Told classmate he was a degenerate and a waste of valuable oxygen. Taking off shirt in middle of class and yelling, "Come at me, bro," at another student. When a student asked him what he was doing after school, he replied, "Your mom." Told teacher to shut up. Student threw a sandwich across class screaming YOLO. Flying his juice bottle like an aeroplane during review. Carlos, grade 4. Being sent to detention for body slamming a substitute teacher and leaving school. She chased another student around the class because she caught her boyfriend cheating. Incident. Attempted to strangle student who brought pet duck for show and tell. Disrupting class by standing, unbuttoning his shirt to reveal a Superman t-shirt and announcing he was Superman. Lunch detention. Off task, reading a book. Proclaiming, "Oh hell," out loud upon receiving a returned exam paper. Detention. Leaving class through window / lying about teacher being okay with it. Reason for detention. Refused to do all 10 pages of homework. Did not attend. Harvey stomped on teacher's cigarettes and said, "I just saved your life." Why are you even smoking in front of students though? Unless he just found the cigarettes in a drawer. Braylon called a student a bald-headed roach. His explanation was he can't control his brain. Detention notice lunch. Stapling students' clothes together. Disrupting class. Comments. In conversation with other male students about hide-and-go poop game. A poop contest. Made inappropriate hip thrust movements outside of classroom window. Student shouted, "If young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you," at me. Used the F word in the hall multiple times. When I said to him I should not hear that word, he told me to plug my ears and walked away. Violation. Tuxedo. So looking fly is now a violation. It sucks. Description of reason. Told teacher to shut up. Thumping another student on the head with a Bible and screaming, "Infidel." Chris referred to another student as a half-breed. When I asked the class who could solve my math problem, Katie stood up and screamed, "I volunteer as tribute," at the top of her lungs, disturbing the rest of my class. Student answered question with, "Your mum," yelling, "Sausage," and "These nuts." During test that was given, asked him to stop and he replied with, "You're not my dad." After school detention. Detention was assigned because the student shaving his beard in class. If I had 1 hour to live, I would spend it in this class because it feels like an eternity. Breaking into school, plus put car in hallway. Student took off his shirt and then proceeded to pretend his pencil was a wand while screaming, "I am a freaking wizard." Other corrective measures employed before this assignment detention. Warned him not to be. Detention notice. Wore gorilla suit to class. It was reported that Mason looked up the dress of another student. I looked up her dress. I had my eyes closed. Kahi was running around, yelling, "Seal of command fades. I cast seal of command. I cast holy shock." He then punched a boy in the mouth and yelled, "Hammer of justice." Trying to set fire to the lab. I hate how it's trying and not did. For saying, "Hippity hoppity, women are property." Private detention notice. Pooping on fellow students for money. I ran down the hallway and said, "Hell yeah, I got an A," to celebrate. This should be allowed, come on. Disrupting class, claiming to be the reborn Jesus, and hitting another student with a Bible. Behavior incident. Drew was grabbing onto his classmate's backpack. Classmate asks Drew to let go. Drew responds with, "I will let go if you let me bang your mum." Inappropriate display in class. Joe came to the front of the class and displayed his thing through gym shorts while he smiled as everyone laughed. If looking at pictures is wrong, I don't want to be right. Inappropriate computer usage. Michael finished his group work early, so he took a laptop without permission and began looking at pictures of pugs. "I'm gonna twerk on you at homecoming. You better tip me. I ain't shaking this booty for free." Pulled down pants in class and smacked girl in the face with his whoa. Grade 10 as well. No, this guy should go to juvie or just send him to jail. Made a Rice Krispie model of a peepee. Detention notice. Reason for being too awesome. Pupils must report at the end of period. Every period or penalty will be added. Date of detention forever. Drawing a chicken with male anatomy parts and displaying it in class. Why is that a detention though? Today, your child was found to be in violation of our school's dress code. Justin wore makeup, a purple shirt, and lipstick today. He has a bad influence on others. Tomorrow, make sure he is dressed like a boy. Thinks it's funny to pass gas. I've told him to stop it, and that it is not funny nor polite to the others in the van. While the others scream. He laughs. I threw a very massive majestic paper aeroplane into the recycling bin. This is not how one is supposed to act because it could have impaled someone. My behavior makes others feel unsafe because they could have been killed by a paper aeroplane. I will make the following adjustments so that this does not happen again. Not making massive majestic aeroplanes, so I do not get the urge to throw them. Instant detention. On top of wired cages at Oval saying, I'm protecting Gotham City. Sent to maths room, plus then gets on top of a bin saying the same thing. Student opened window and escaped. He jumped out the window and van. Joe's behavior in class was inappropriate and unacceptable. He started with excessive chair squeaking and ended up farting in a student's face. He was told numerous times to stop talking and do the assignment. Detention for drawing Justin Bieber in lessons, singing That Should Be Me, and hitting a non-believer 30 minutes. Disrupting study hall by misusing computer so it talked loudly. Bend over. Per the teacher who was in the room, substituting. Other, nacho in eye. How does that even happen? Why does this happen at school? Reason, shouting out free colonoscopies. Wait, colonoscopies? With blue glove from lab. Lucas entered the cafe in a rolling office chair. He was told by a monitor to return it to the journal's office. He pushed it with his feet out the door very fast. A few minutes after, he ran into the cafe with a mask on his face, holding a sign saying, Occupy the cafeteria. Passing a note on class in which he wrote, You have a PP, which is, yeah, I don't even know why they wrote this. What happened? Started his multiplication time test before he was told to start. Discipline taken. Detention. 1 hour. Really? The table feels the downwards push of your hand. What do you feel? Scared that the table has feelings? My favorite subject is spelling, and here's why I like it. It's easy. Was scared to go outside because fog reminded me of Silent Hill. Another student made the comment, you need to push it in further. Innocent comment. And Dalton added, that's what she said. Said that I got pwned, which means owned, when a student showed me a pass for having a sweatshirt. Volunteered to be a target for a paper spear. Was hit in the face with it. Comments. Get out of my class now and stop complaining. I don't deserve it. Girls in lunch detention. I miss sitting with my friends. I hope my mum doesn't find out. Boys in lunch detention. Danny was standing up in class saying, show me your bum. My child got sent to Zoom detention for not paying attention in Zoom 4th grade. Email said, here's the link to access the room to serve detention. I swear, I'm trying so hard to take this life seriously. Caught Lucas searching boobies while other students were overlooking at the photos. Yeah, well, this was me, but I never got a detention for it. For yelling, that is mahogany, when student dropped book on desk, transfiguring the whole class's goblets into mice. He/she will be assigned to in-school detention for the following reasons. They were involved in an altercation during lunch. He walked away, but was followed. He turned and faced the person following him. He admits to roasting the individual instead of reporting to a teacher or coming to the office. There was an unused tampon that some student found on the floor. Justin ran over to pick it up. He threw it at his friend. That's gross. Submission of an assessment task that is below the minimum standard. Details. Joshua did not complete his English essay today. Instead, he wrote, I'm going to Melbourne next year and I didn't study for this. I figured that it would need to look like I'm doing work, so here is the B-movie script. He proceeded to write 3 pages of this script. Dear Miss Jennifer, your child, Kevin, will be required to attend an after-school detention on Tuesday. The reason for your child being placed on detention is Kevin defied a direct instruction from a teacher while on a city journey excursion. He was to go straight to the train station, but instead chose to stop in a 7-Eleven store to purchase a Slurpee. That's worth it. I don't care. Detention or not, that is so worth it. Good memories. Detention card. Called a teacher a muggle. Student got frustrated and stood up and said, screw this complicated 1, 2, 3 and ABCs. The hell? Got me messed up with all your BS. Then walked out. Action taken prior. Student was told to take a seat and responded, bro, screw you, and punched a student in the face. I broke the following rule. What goddamn rule? I need info now. I know that if I do something that I have agreed to not do, there is a consequence. I understand that the consequence is detention. I understand that this rule was created for the following reason. I will pay you $50 if you give me a good reason why you gave me detention. It's ugly and stupid. Shave it off. This infinite minute detention is to be served on the rest of your life. Reason. Unhealthy smell in test. Student's response. It is natural to fart. It is a natural body function. I can't read all of that. That handwriting is too scuffed. Issue resolved. Yes. No. He even tried to resolve it himself. And the teacher said, said, no, attitude. I hate how some of these teachers spell. They do not know how to write. Your child Jacob has broken a school rule by inappropriately talking. The following disciplinary action was taken at school. No tick home, will lose first recess tomorrow. Comments. Discussing girls' bobs and wanting milk from them. After a student said, can it be that big? His comment was, that's what she said. These inappropriate comments are made too often. Teachers before lockdown. Everybody shut up or I give out detentions. Now hand in your homework. Teachers now. Please someone unmute. Saisuke won't dress properly nor pull up her shirt. Is walking out with boys in the hallway. Won't leave this person alone. Student entered class late and started singing Ply's new song called Ritz-Carlton. Student said, screw a shooter, I'm my own shooter. Notes. I called his parent and his dad said, I ran off on the plug twice and hung the phone up. You have been assigned a detention for your inappropriate language in class this morning to be served this coming Tuesday. While struggling with the projector this morning, I asked, why is it so big? Referring to the size of our work on the screen. Shouting out, that's what she said, is not appropriate humor for school. Per our syllabus, failure to attend detention will result in 2 new detentions assigned. Dear parents, Johnny has been giving... That is not how you spell Johnny, bro. Using the internet to look up pictures of male sexual organs while the teacher was trying to give class instructions. Okay, so they have basically broken 90% of the policy and behavior violations. Student is disrespectful to students, teachers, and class pets. He performed numerous pranks, this time involving Sugar, the removing of his clothes and running around the school. There will be a meeting about your son in question. Sharp and strict punishment recommended but not enforced. Thank you. Please describe the specific behavior in detail. Student asked to watch the Olympic ice hockey game. I said no, he said. You're in communist. Inappropriate speech. No questions asked. Referral from class teacher of French. Would not cooperate with the class teacher and destroyed the worksheet he was meant to be doing. When challenged about this, he replied, I don't care. It's French. It's the most horriblest, unuseful subject. Proper stinking. Lol. Stumbled upon this detention slip from 8th grade. Don't take it personal. Repeated tardiness with Caleb Brown. 10 years later and I still can't get enough of my boo. When the teacher sends you out of the class as a punishment. 7-year-old me. Teacher, get out. No, I'm really sorry, teacher. I swear I won't do it again. 15-year-old me. I just know some really edgy kid made this meme. When I grow up, I want to be like Mama. Dear Mrs. Jones, I wish to clarify that I am not, nor have I ever been, an exotic dancer. I work at Home Depot, and I told my daughter how hectic it was last week before the blizzard hit. I told her we sold out every single shovel we had, and then I found one more in the back room, and that several people were fighting over who would get it. Her picture doesn't show me dancing around a pole. It's supposed to depict me selling the last snow shovel we had at Home Depot. From now on, I will remember to check her homework more thoroughly before she turns it in. Yeah, that's a really, really good excuse. You nearly had me convinced. Today in class, this person had a program launched called Firefox. I had told the person to close the program and to resume work, but he told me that it was just a different browser that he was doing work on. I had given him 2 warnings, but he insisted that it was just a better browser, and he wasn't doing anything wrong. I then issued his detention. What happened? Brought a Lunchable for another student and was sneaky when telling him. Told me he knew he. What? Students must be picked up by parent at the end of detention. Oh. Told me he knew. I can't even read. Told me he knew he wasn't supposed to give food to another student. Parent signature. I refuse to sign. Dear Mrs. Blank, you may already know this, but in case Alex has neglected to tell you, I am assigning him to detention for 1 hour this Friday. The reason is as follows. Alex consistently defied me. During class, he contradicted me numerous times when I insisted that the length of 1 kilometer was greater than that of 1 mile. Every other student in class accepted my lesson without my argument, but your son refused to believe what I told him, offering such rebuttals as, you're lying to the class, and commanding other students to challenge my curriculum. Although he was correct, Alex's actions show a blatant disregard for authority, and a complete lack of respect for his school. In the future, Alex would be better off simply accepting my teachings without resistance. Actually, I'm gonna buy a gorilla suit. I'm not even setting a light goal, I'm just gonna buy a gorilla suit and I'm gonna record. Hold on. They're quite expensive actually. It's a gorilla suit. Fuck it. If this video gets 7,000 likes, I will buy a gorilla costume for no reason and wear it while recording a video.